There's an absolute bunch of anime out there which features an overpowered main character. Whether it be Dragon Ball Z or Naruto, Attack on Titan, or One Punch Man, most of these anime gain a ton of attention for how broken and cool the main characters are. However, there's a certain specific amount of anime with the same specifications that seem to go under the radar. So I thought, why not make a list of some of these underrated gems to bring them up into the spotlight? This is a list of the 10 best underrated anime where the main character is an overpowered badass. Under the Dog. The story takes place in the location of Neo Tokyo in the year 2025. This is 5 years after a brutal attack on the Tokyo Olympics in 2020. Students that possess special abilities are forced to work under an elite anti-terror organization working under the United Nations. These fight against other ability users who might be a threat to the world. If these agents ever fail at completing their assignments, they're killed along with their families with bombs planted in their heads. Suicide Squad style. A Swedish girl by the name of 𝐜𝐴nthea is a member of this coveted covert ops unit, and she seeks to find out who she really is. 𝐜𝐴nthea is a badass assassin with some of the most overpowered ninja techniques that you'll see in the film. This story is a struggle against the cruelty of fate and humanity's nature of finding hope, even in the bleakest of circumstances. Magic Kaito. Magic might not be real, but when performed by a trust artist, it can shock dozens of audiences in a glimmer of surprise and awe. Kaito Kuroba is the son of world-famous stage magician Tauchi Kuroba. He's well-versed in the arts of deception and misdirection. Kaito is constantly disturbing people with flashy tricks and elaborate pranks. However, Kaito's life seemingly changes when he heads into a narrow passage under his home in search for the unknown cause of his father's death. He stumbles upon the uniform of the Phantom Thief. In search for more information about his father, Kaito dons the Phantom Thief's outfit and searches for the Pandora Gem, a source of immortality. To his demise, his father's killers are also in search of the gem. Magic Kaito follows Kaito the Phantom Thief as he utilizes his overpowered kit to dismantle his opponents. He has a collection of dummies, disguises, and his signature card gun to keep them at bay. Vivid Strike. Vivid Strike is the story of Rin and Fuka, two orphans who were raised in the same orphanage and were really close friends. However, their friendships grew weak after a small brawl where Rin put Fuka down with her superior martial arts skills. Fuka has a terrible life after the orphanage, living in pure poverty. Fortunately for her, an accidental stumble into martial arts fighting champion 𝐜𝐴n𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 leads to them discovering Fuka's hidden talents in the fighting field. 𝐜𝐴n𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 offers Fuka a job coaching and a chance to meet her childhood friend/rival once more, but this time in a boxing ring. Vivid Strike is a massive improvement over its predecessors. And it's a really amazing series in its own right as well. The narrative about old friends trying to reconnect through the thing that made them fall out is a somber one, while the action itself is well animated and choreographed. This is an anime for the ages. Planet With. The dreams of dragons represent the struggle of losing yourself to your own rage. One night, main character Suya Kuroi wakes up from a nightmare. He saw a dragon destroying everything around him. After waking up though, he's told his parents passed away in an accident and that he lost his memories in it too. This dream of the dragon is his only memory. He's later adopted by two guardians, an energetic maid called 𝐜𝐴n𝐧𝐞𝐥 and a large cat known only as Sensei. His new life is flipped 180 degrees when the residents of Saramisaka City see a giant teddy bear-shaped UFO floating around. When the military seems useless against this monstrosity, 7 heroes rise to fight against it. These heroes destroy the alien spaceship in the same way the dragon destroyed the city in his dreams. While the alien threat is repelled, Suya believes that these heroes were the ones that destroyed his old life. He swears vengeance upon them and begins his revenge story against these heroes as he gets caught in galactic warfare. 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐩𝐸 no Night Raid. This is a purely Japanese anime that takes a ton of inspiration from Hollywood classics such as James Bond films and Christopher Nolan's Inception. 𝐒𝐮𝐩𝐸 no Night Raid features a ton of different ideas in a crammed 13-episode package. The pre-World War II setting, a protagonist that has an extremely lovable personality, a cast of side characters with their own motivations and powers, along with a brilliant ex-machine storyline that will make anyone fall in love with the series. Kazura Iha is a just and prideful spy, which often conflicts with his job as a spy too. Kazura's superpower is the ability to teleport himself and others from one place to an entirely different place. Kazura is also highly skilled in 𝐻𝐴iQu 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 and fluid in many languages such as Chinese, German, and English. His superior intellect and fighting skills means that he can outplay and outmaneuver each and every hurdle thrown at him. 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 to Odoro. A world full of dragons and 𝐒𝐡𝐴 sorcerers is the setting of 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐴 to Odoro. 𝐒𝐡𝐴 is the extremely powerful formula that can alter the literal laws of physicality. It's capable of creating ginormous explosive devices or poisonous gases through plasma, explosive, biochemical, or nuclear fission. Gaius, a downtrodden and straight-up unlucky sorcerer, joins forces with the terrifying yet gorgeous 𝐒𝐡𝐴 practitioner, 𝐒𝐡𝐴. They bind together as a duo of bounty hunters pursuing dragons. Until one day, they get an odd task to serve as security guards at a festival by the emperor of their kingdom, Moldine. Soon after, a mysterious series of murders of 𝐒𝐡𝐴 sorcerers begins. Gaius and 𝐒𝐡𝐴 must use all of their absolutely broken, overpowered abilities to hunt down the murderers. Shining Hearts, 𝐜𝐴T𝐻𝐻. The island of Windaria is not a place where many exciting things happen. However, one day a gorgeous yet mysterious young girl named Kaguya washes up on the shore of the Windaria island after a great rainstorm. Luckily, she encounters the protagonist, Rick. Rick is a swordsman who ended up working at a god-forsaken bakery. As it turns out, Kaguya is suffering from memory loss and apathy. The island of Windaria turns upside down as swarms of pirates have come hunting for a special spirit stone that Kaguya wears around her neck. Knowing this situation, Rick decides to pull his sword back out of the pantry and bring peace back to his island and help Kaguya retrieve her memories. Pandora Hearts. The main character, young Oz Vesalius, is the prince and heir to the throne of the Vesalius Duke House. The perilous world called the Abyss is not much more than a folktale in his opinion, and he thinks it was invented to scare misbehaving children. Unfortunately, Oz's life is turned upside down when on his coming-of-age ceremony, the malicious Baskerville clan ambushes them and throws Oz into the darkest depths of the Abyss. The young boy of only 15 now knows that his life of luxury and tranquility is at its end. He must confront the dangerous world of the Abyss and the monsters that dwell within it. Kuromukuro. As the 21st century began, the United Nations Kurobe Research Institute was formed in Japan to investigate an ancient artifact. The top scientists from all over the globe have gathered here to study this artifact, while their children spend normal lives atop Mount Tate's International Senior High School. Yukina Shirahane is the daughter of the facility's head scientist. One day, the reserved girl is visiting her mother at the facility, and she somehow manages to solve part of the artifact's puzzle. She's quickly shocked when a young samurai named Kinosuke Tokisada Oma from the Sengoku era stands before her. Now she must fight together with Kinosuke as an alien threat from outer worlds approaches and threatens to destroy her everyday life. On this journey, she figures out the reasons behind Kinosuke's arrival to the 21st century and why he's so determined on protecting her at all costs. Mugen no Junin. Manji's fame in feudal Japan for being known as the 100-man killer is his pride and joy as a swordsman. He's killed over 100 innocent men, but what's more frightening than his killing sprees? The fact that he's literally immortal and cannot be killed. This is done by the 800-year-old nun, 𝐼𝐴 who has placed bloodworms inside of Manji's body. These bloodworms are capable of healing any ailment within seconds. Now, to atone for his evil deeds as the guilt weighs down on him, Manji sets out to do what he does best: kill 1,000 evil men. 𝐼𝐴 agrees to his proposal and promises to undo his curse of immortality if he succeeds. He soon meets Rina Sano, a young girl who begs for his help in killing the men who massacred her parents. Manji agrees to help Rin out and promises to protect and serve her for 4 years. With this partnership set in absolute certainty, the duo sets out on a journey of redemption, revenge, vengeance, and most of all, absolute carnage. The relationship between Rin and Manji plays out in the most perfectly platonic way, and it's just an absolute joy to watch. Not to mention, some of the gore here is absolutely amazing. So, that was our list of the top 10 underrated anime with an overpowered main character. If you liked this video, then please make sure to like the video and subscribe. It's free, and you can always change your mind later. Comment on what else you'd like to see from us, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace!